Well, this is going to be a review of my Liberty safe. Continental, I just got this. But I still got the old sign I used to have on my old one. I love that. I've got a problem. I love the safe, don't get me wrong. The safe is great. It's 1,000 times better than whatever I had. Their customer service is, I guess, less than stellar. But not the people who delivered it, to the actual people who make the safe and stuff. You see this here? See that gap? There's no support to put a shelf up there, but I have some room I can use here. And I have 2 extra shelves. I have 1 shelf extra that came with it that I could use. And I got this, which this I believe is designed to go, let's say you were a pistol person, you had lots of pistols and not very many rifles. You could put it on the top of one of these and make a shelf. Great idea, great, okay. This is not movable. Okay, this is here. On the sides, the strips go all the way. Well, they still stop at the top, but I can see on the very top why they do it. But in the middle, they stop here, and they do it on both sides. Now, on this side's not a problem, because I put my longer rifles over there, okay? Works out good. In fact, what I did, there's electrical stuff coming in the bottom, and I got my, so I put that shelf up high enough so my longest rifle would still work there. And I didn't want anything, I didn't want to have to be getting the rifles in and out where there's electrical and stuff. That made sense, right? But on this side, there's a nice spot here. And I emailed them, this is why I'm happy, and asked if I could get 2 6-inch pieces of this material. You know, I figured I had to pay for them. And they never even replied to me. It's been like 2 weeks, and I wasn't worth a reply. And yes, I know it's not going to spam ring. So I went to Home Depot, bought a silver one of these, and I give it a paint job, and I'm going to put it on top there. I wanted to also know if I would void my warranty if I screw them in. Well, I don't see how this would hurt the safe. It's just going into a barrier on the side. Right, so if I put one here and one back there, then my wife can have a shelf here where we can put like our wills and, you know, stuff like that. Paperwork that we would need, all our life insurance policies, that both of us would need if something was to happen to one of us, or kids would need if something happened to both of us. And it'd be protected from fire and all that. And I'm not using the room, I'm not using the shelf, so all it cost me was these. But I love the safe, don't get me wrong. I really like the fact the lights come out when you open. I think that's pretty cool. And I got lots of room up there. I like how it holds handguns on the side. I don't have quite enough room for all of them, but I got the room for the main ones. I mean, they're going to be, the rest of them would put in there. I have this, my granddaughter will not let me get rid of. This is mine. I did buy it for her when we first started. It's a high point, 9mm, right? She goes, honey, can I get rid of it? You're never going to shoot it again. If she wants to start shooting pistol, I'll go buy her something nice, a nice Ruger or something. And she shoots my Ruger 9 and all that. She won't let me get rid of it. That's hers. Okay, well, when you get old enough, I'll give it to you. You can store it for the rest of your life. So anyways, I just, you buy something great. And this safe wasn't cheap. It was just under $2,000. But I'm glad it cost me $200 to have it delivered, but I am so happy I had it delivered. And I thought these things were airtight. They're not. How I know that? I'll show you how I know that. My daughter and I was looking at it. Takes the lights a few minutes to turn off. See the light through the door? You can see it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can see it. Yeah, right down there. Yeah, maybe you guys can't see it, but I can see it. The camera doesn't pick it up, the light, but it is. But it's a nice safe. It is a nice safe. And I'm just going to put those in. And I don't think I'll ever have a problem with safe. If I ever do, it'll be with the door or the side or something like that with nothing to do with the middle. If they try to use that to void my warranty, I'll just go talk to an attorney. Because it really upset me that I spent that much money for something and I wasn't worth an email. Because you know they've got, that piece I bought at Home Depot was probably $5. I was just hoping they'd have one all smoothed out and painted and everything, and I wouldn't have to mess with it, but it wasn't worth the call back. Which kind of bothered me. I went with the standard lock. They have digital locks for them, but I didn't want something complicated or something. I didn't know if the battery died. You know how that goes. It's big. It's over 900 pounds. Yep. It's a beast. There's all my ammo I've loaded. I moved all that. That used to be just kind of a junk there. I had the coffee pot sitting. I made that look nice. And this side over here is going to be for my paperwork. I'm doing more and more of it out here, so I mean, it looks like junk. I'm in the middle of all. I got to move it all out here. I can only move one handful a day if I go up and down the stairs, but it's getting there. Anyways, oh yeah, we'll put this away. I paid bills last night, so. Oh, and I figured out now that I don't need it, this one's going to go up north of my cabin. I gave the other one to my son-in-law. This one's going to go up to my cabin. I mean, it's not fancy, but it's good. And I always have a shotgun up there for protection in case we're up there. And so there, I'll have room for one of my filing cabinets. And over here, I'll have to sacrifice this shelf, and this poor clock and weather thing's got to be moved again. I should put wheels on that. I move it so much. But I'll put another filing cabinet right here. And I'll have room for both my filing cabinets. Slowly moving my junk out here. Slowly. Yeah. Up there goes all the extra computer I got from my store. Is all ready to go if I need it. And so anyways, making a little progress. I'm working out on the other side. But I wanted one of these. I just wanted something that was safe. I have a neighbor, a young man next door. And he's not a bad kid. Well, he's a little wild for me, but you know, his parents kind of let him turn him loose. We kind of are a little more anal, I guess. But someday he'll be a teenager, and so I thought maybe, you know, I didn't buy this so much for insurance or security because my guns and stuff are all insured, and there's an alarm system out here and all that happiness. But I bought it to make sure that no kid could ever get into it. I don't want to have to ever worry about that. So now I don't have to. I don't have to. And I have room for more guns. I was showing my granddaughter, goes, honey, this thing looks half empty. There's room for more guns. I need to buy more guns. No, you don't. Yes, I do. I talked her into one day that I found a deal on a gun, but I was going to have to sell her cell phone to get it. And she wanted to kill me. And she bought it. It was a great part. That was hilarious. All right, there we go. Liberty Safe. Continental. I bought it from a local place, and I saved some money rather than buying online. So wherever you live, if you're looking at one, check out your local places. I found that one I found on Facebook. I like it. I really do. I mean, I'm going to put these little modifications into it, and it'll be just exactly what I like. There were some that weren't flat on the bottom, and this floor is insulated. I talked to some people. I went over to Williams, talked to a young man. He was nice enough, but he really didn't know what he was talking about. And their safe was, compared to this, was just a tin box. So this is flat on the bottom, so it won't hurt my insulated floor and stuff. It's dispersing the weight all over the place. You can bolt it down. You can, I mean, it took 4 guys to get it in here, so I don't see somebody just grabbing it and hauling it with it. And that was with nothing in it. So I like it. I got my junk. Magnetic, you can stick all your stuff to it. It fit there just perfect. I had to move the fridge over a little bit. I got this, I got to put in there. This goes in the bottom because the electrical. It's a little heater. What it does, it's going to stop it from any mold or anything in there. And I'm not using it, but the bottom back edge, it's got all kinds of stuff. You can hook a Cat 5 cable through it. All kinds of stuff, so if you ever wanted to do it, I mean, they planned ahead, which I like people plan ahead. I wouldn't want to be drilling holes in this bad boy. I love the lights. I don't know why, I just like lights. I mean, this is stupid. My daughter come over to go swimming, right? So she comes over and goes, yes, check it out. So we turn off the lights, I open the safe, and that light comes in. It's cool. So I like it. It's been a long. I should have bought one a couple years ago, but I didn't. They're just so damn. This wasn't bad compared to some of the other ones were. They're pricey. I wanted to wait till I moved up north and get one up there because you have to move to pay to move them. And what do they charge? $140 an hour for that? Which, when I found out it was 4 guys in a big truck, okay, they got to pay their overhead too. I talked to the guy. To move it to my cabin, it probably cost me like $700 or $800. I don't know if it'd be worth it. But it's going to be a few years now. We're going to stick around here until my granddaughter graduates, so that's at least another 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 6 years. So, hell, who knows? In 6 years, I'll need a bigger one, or who knows? I might not even be here. Be somebody else's problem. And this is the Colonial, which I like. It looked huge in the showroom. I almost went with a shorter one, like this tall, but I'm glad I didn't. I set my junk up on top of there, my magazines and my cleaner thing, and it works. Well, don't look at my junk over there. I have junk everywhere. I imagine everybody has junk everywhere. See you later, YouTube. Bye-bye. Well, there it is, all finished. Wish I'd have had some black screws so it would have matched, but, you know, in the realm of the world, I guess I'll survive. There it is. So that'll leave plenty of room to put, like, file folders and stuff like that. Why waste that little bit of room? And I had the shelf. Because it's so tight getting in and out of there. I had to put these on after I get the shelf in. I couldn't put the second shelf on there. I'm saving it. So I put it up there. I could slam all my rifles on one side, but I don't want to. And like I told my granddaughter, it leaves me some room for growth. I have a few other rifles. I got a couple of shotguns in the house. A couple of little 16 gauges. Really expensive ones. We paid $40 for the bolt action and $10 for the single shot. Some of the first guns I ever bought many, many moons ago. Getting 16 gauge shells is like next to impossible. So there we are. This is where all my mags are. Ain't the fanciest. Look at all the mags and stuff like that. God. You know. I wish Ruger would mark the Ruger American mags what they go with. I've been putting little stickies on the bottom so I know what they go to. But I'm happy with that. Now the safe is done, in my humble opinion. Speaking of that, I got the parts. I like my AR-15, the short version. It's easier to clean. There's no barrel, no upper, no tube. I got all the parts finally in to fix it. We got one of those from I ordered like a year ago. Made of aluminum, made here in Michigan. Michigan gun owner's emblem on it. I gotta put it all together. My son-in-law put the lower together for me, all the parts in it and stuff. It was a strip lower. That's my AR pistol. What do you think of that? And I had to do all the paperwork for that lower. It was just stripped. I still do all the paperwork for it. But I guess have to do what they have to do. That's all right. That's all right. When I went and picked up, I picked up a AK-47 variant, not a true one, I guess, but it's our newest child I got to play with, and it works. I shot it. I put 60 rounds. I told the guy at the where I get my dealer where I pick up the stuff that I order. I goes, you know, it's kind of like I'm an addict and you're my dealer. I'm in for another fix. He's laughing. I go in, hand you some money, enter for a few minutes, and I leave. You know, what's that sound like to you? Sounds like a drug house to me. But that isn't exactly level. I know it's not perfect because the strips I have don't match their strips. So this is as close as I can make it without really kicking butt. I could make it one. I had it one farther down on the right, and it was way off. And well, I could shim it up and this and that. You know, that's good enough. Who cares? It's got whole paperwork. Been nice I had matching parts, but Giving these folks $2,000 is just not enough to get their attention. You really expect them to answer an email? That's just asking too much, you know, because they don't have to. Liberty's safe. I still like to save. I just think that was kind of why they didn't run those rails the whole length to give people the option to do what they wanted to. I don't know. They do the same thing on the top. You see that? I don't understand. You know, they saved probably less than $5 in making it, and a little bit put the screws to everybody who bought one. Hope that $5 was important to them. All right, talk to you later, YouTube. Bye-bye.